everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a flip through of a finished 70s junk journal. This is a crazy full junk journal. It's bright, it's eclectic, I absolutely love it. This is a gift going to be gifted, and let's have a flip through. I've made this with one of those floating file folders. It's a soft sort of cover, and I've covered it with a pillowcase that you would have seen in a previous thrifting video. All the things that you see in here are thrifted or secondhand or whatever, you know, even the funky tray. So I found this fabric just the other day at the op shop, and it was a big sheet of fabric, and I've just cut it down to make a belt type thing for my closure, because I didn't know what, you know, to make for that. So I don't think I've shown that fabric in a video yet, but that's it there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Sort of half Hessian-y, it's weird. But anyway, and that's a vintage belt buckle as well. Little flower, some, what do you call it, embroidered sort of lace things. There's the leaves, the sequins, little dangly things, you know, all the little peace symbol and some beads and all that sort of stuff, little dangles on there. The back's plain. That's an old tea towel. So, and the pom-pom trim, it's pretty cool. I just love how bright this came out, and I loved how I felt like I could just throw lots of things I got from the op shop into this make, which made it actually really easy and the sort of make where you just, you know, enjoy the whole process. I didn't really have to think that hard, just put things together. All right, so in the front cover, in the inside I've put some of my wallpaper that I found in probably the previous video. There's a pocket here with a that was a retro napkin, and that's sort of scattered through this journal here. And I've just got some cards that I've put little, you know, this says thank you for your kindness, but there was another word there I covered up I didn't want, so I just put a little bit of trim on that. And there's some cards out of the game called Life, you know, that old-fashioned Life game. So yeah, and that was out of it was out of some little kids game. I can't think of what it was now. So I've just got little trims, all sorts of little trims on here. I'll just sit down. So that's a digital, that is, and same with this side. I love this little wriggly sort of trim on this. Oops, that needs gluing down a little. Let's see that one come up. I have to check. I'll go through and check it before I post it. All right. So I just got a little sticker here that says be yourself, and some cute little flowers. This is just a little flip, and there's a pocket here as well. There was some big bees on that, and I sort of wanted to cover it up. I wanted this funky sort of look here. There's some, where is it, grid paper. Yeah, really old grid paper. And a little envelope here on some of my tea-dyed paper, some ledger paper. This book was a nature book, but it had the most vivid, bright colours in it. So I used a bit of this book through this album just to tie in all these bright colours that I'm using, and I think it worked well. So this was a start page out of another book, and that's an old tea towel. Now for my tags through this book, I've cut a lot of you'll see in an upcoming video I got some more of those file folders, but they're all in these bright colours. So I made quite a few bright coloured tags with the white little circle on them, just to pop against a lot of the colour here. And that's some money out of the game of life. That's all through this book as well. I just got some pictures out of an old, I think this was a book, Bolero, how do you say it? Bolero, oh, I can't think of it. It's like a needlework book. Some pages here, some of my digital doilies. Now some of these pages too are some of the fabric that Tanya gave me, and I have put them on my what do you call it, scanner, and scanned some of them so I can use them as paper. Some of this funky fabric 70s style thing. This is a snippet roll of my paper that I've ages ago, I think on Instagram I did snippet rolls with that. It's just a scrap bag, big scrap bag that I got from Lincraft. Oh, I'll see if I can grab it. It's up here. And you buy it by the bag like that, and it's just offcuts of all sorts of paper. So I thought that would match in really good with this project, just with the bright colours. And yeah, it's sort of handmade paper. It's really good quality. So yeah, there's a pocket, envelope pocket with some trim on it, and that came out of a sewing book. Just thought it looked quite 70s. Now I haven't put any words in here. I've just left that blank for the recipient to put words in and that sort of thing. So there's another pocket here with done with the wallpaper, and cute little book page here. There's a few of those in here. And sort of that 70s style. And there's another journal card and some more of that Game of Life money, because you can write on the backs of that. Alright, this was a start page too, out of that animal book, that really bright animal book that I showed you. Some more just bright tags and just all things that sort of just, you know, eclectic style things that you sort of think you normally wouldn't put together, but in a 70s album or journal you can totally get away with it. So there's a nice book page here, and some of that I think that was thrifted in the last video. There was a diary with I liked the numbers in it. That's one of my digital doilies in the middle, and then I've just got some of this scrap lacy stuff tied onto that. So the other side's got the same as you go backwards. There's a photo album page here with one of my playing cards that looked really retro and tied in with it. Oops. That's a rose off those sheets that I bought. Oh, beautiful book page there. That's a playing card out of the Game of Life. Just some writing papers, lots of writing space in here. In here is some Game of Life money, a journaling card, and I found these at the op shop. They are 70s style. Well, they're 70. Yeah, would be back in the 70s craft, like pitch cards. So I've just put some bright card on the back of that. And that's the thing, I haven't distressed anything because it's not that era. Everything's bright, everything's colourful, everything's in your face, and that's the sort of look I want here. Some more of that snippet paper and some wallpaper. And I found lots of edgings, you know, for here. You'll see lots of different edges I've put on the pages, like this is the, what do you call that? Like velour ribbon, and the rick-rack, and just bits and pieces like that all the way through it, little tabs and tabs like this. And so yeah, it's just full of all that sort of stuff. That's one of my digitals. Some more of that 70s book. I think that was a sewing book, that. Big flowers, big embroidered sort of tabs, more of those pages that have been turned into digitals that Tanya gave me the fabric of. I can open that up like that. They're just beautiful, and it just blends in so good in this book. So there's just so much in this. More digital, more writing page. There it is. Bugello, Introduction to Bugello. That was the book that I got some of that tapestry or needlework out of. So there's some pages through here in that. And the embroidered flowers that make everything pop. More pockets, trim with cool trims, the rick-racky sort of trim. And this bright animal book. That just tied in so good. Now, when Tanya gets this, she can put more pockets in or cover things up or whatever. That's the whole thing about junk journals, the maker of it can make, but you sort of have to make in mind of what they may use it for or whatever. So I've left spaces, look at this cool trim on it. Isn't that cool? Funky. And this one here, there's a few different pages from a crochet book, and I've turned them into envelopes, and they just sit on the side of the page. But yeah, I've left lots of things as well plain so that she can make it her own, and that's why I didn't put the words in it. I've just left it, and I haven't inked anything or anything like that, because that's sort of not the style I was going for either, like putting ink in on things. And just little page edges like that, I think they look really cool. So that's the first signature. We'll start the second one. That's digital, of a vintage sheet. There's a card there, beautiful little card. That's a vintage one, and I'll just put it in a pocket here. And that's the thing about the 70s, all the patterns went together. There was nothing that no one sort of didn't put together. I loved this big rainbow here. This came out of a bee book, but I continued the pattern here and made it into a top pocket like that. And this here, I covered these up because they were just like the pupas of the bees, and it just looked a bit gross. So I put a couple of little pockets there. There's one pocket there, and there's another little pocket there that could fit something small in it. So I didn't want the pupas there. They looked a bit gross. So that's more pages as we go along. And I found this in a bag at the op shop of stuff that I got. It's some finger knitting. That's just a bookmark, and it goes around the top and around the other side. So some more of my coffee dyed paper, and a pocket here with just a cool 70s sticker. Be kind, be strong, be you, and some of these bright tags that I've made for the whole throughout the journal. So that's some of that Bugello page, and book page with a little trim on it. That's some of my printables, and that's another one of those craft cards. It's just in a pocket made from chicken scratching. And there's a another envelope there. It doesn't have anything in it. That's for Tanya to fill up. And these bright book pages, they're just so cool. They just went so well in here. Some ledger paper, and some bright printing from that fabric. So that's all the fabric that you gave me, Tanya, all those printables. See, there's another one of these really cute little pages from it was like a bless you book, one of those things with little prayers and things in it. So that's a digital doily. That's one of my playing cards, 70s playing cards. And there's a little pocket there with some trim on it. See, this is wallpaper. It's got beautiful trim on that with just little dangly things. Another big pocket with some writing paper in there, some money, and some big bright tag. That came out of that cookbook that I showed you, I don't know, a few weeks ago. It had all bright prints in it. Here's printable doily, and I've just put a little flower on that, and that's somewhere where you can write and just put it back on. Now, the middles of each signature, did I show you the middle of that one? I did, I showed you all the middles of the signatures have just got a doily. Oh yeah, I showed you the doily. A printable doily in the middle, and just with some bright little trims on it. And some of that paper with numbers on it. Here's a page here with vintage writing paper with a pretty little picture and some beautiful vintage trim. Some of that beautiful wallpaper and a little green flower hanging off the top. Here's another little envelope pocket. And a tab with some of that funky trim. More ledger paper. This has got a little playing card in there. I think it might have been old made, this game. Yeah, I think it was. And then there's a little pocket with some tags in there. A tag and a journal card. I love this jumbo rickrack. That looks so cool on the edge of there. So keep going. This one's got that's a vintage card in there, and then on the other side you've got a playing card from the that game, and card from the old maid game, and bright tag. This has got some this is one of my digitals with some really pretty trim on the edge. Makes it look so nice. And book page, writing page, sorry, book page. That's a really cute picture, isn't it? Yeah. Some of that Bugello, and here's another one of these envelopes with that come out of the crochet book. I won't open it. There's nothing in them. They just sit on the edge of the page like that. And some of my coffee dyed paper. And this one's got some retro trim right down the edge of the page. You know, it was really hard to find papers like this. That's why I've scanned some of the sheets that I've found from the op shops and stuff to just turn into paper so I can use it in this style. So we've got more writing paper and bright tags. There's another doily that I've just clipped on and it can be written under. And some more paper to write on. More digitals, and that's the end of the second signature. So the third signature, we've got some nice trim on the edge of there. Beautiful printouts. This is more of the wallpaper with a little vintage envelope on there, and pretty little trim on the side. Some writing paper. Here's a pocket with a tag in it, sorry, and there's also, that came out of a vintage book on houseplants in the 70s, so yeah. And we've got some coffee dyed paper with a little flower trim. This is the front of a pattern, vintage pattern, and you can flip that up and write underneath it. There's some more of that diary with the numbers, and some of this really really beautiful, what do you call it? Is it velvet or, yeah, I think it's velvet ribbon. That's a vintage sheet printout, same with that. Here's that really bright book page with some of that funky trim down the side of it. And we've got some grid paper. That's just the other side of the photo album. That was the start page. And that's the other side of that B thing. Some more ledger paper. Got some tea-dyed paper here with a little card from the Game of Life with a vintage envelope pinned to the side of that, and another one of these cute little pages. Some the Bugello. It's quite fragile, that paper. And doily printout. And another retro book page, and some of that ledger paper. Some of my printouts. I'll have to put them up. They're so cool. You know, they're all the retro style. I've got glue all over my fingers too. And writing paper. This is the middle of the third signature, and that's another printable doily. You can find all them in my Etsy store. I'll have the link below. And I've just got some tide trim on the end of that. So some writing paper, more of that printout, ledger paper, back the opposite way. Some of that 70s book page. And the doily printout and the Bargello pillow. Some of my tea dyed paper with the paper snippets on the edge. Here's another pocket here with the retro playing card and all the bright tags and journal cards hanging out everywhere, and some pom-pom trim. Pretty cool. You can unfold that too, just with the paper clip. Yeah, that's the start page of, that's all those stripy ones are the start page of this book. So here's another one of those craft cards, 70s craft cards, some of the game cards and money and bright tags. Here's a piece from a crochet book, and it's just got a piece of sewing pattern in the pocket. Another one of those envelopes, crochet envelopes. That's an envelope pocket. It's just got some bits and pieces in it too. That's just got a little bit of that leftover doily and some tabs that are, you know, just fabric, retro fabric. Here's another little flip of the sewing patterns, retro sewing patterns. And this beautiful jumbo rickrack. So pretty, so cool that. And that's backed onto some of that wallpaper. Here's some of that brown and weird trim that I showed you in my last video. I had to cut it a little bit shorter because it was quite long, but it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It looks like tassels off a 70s jacket or something. So that's the end of the third signature. Fourth signature, got some beautiful trims down here. I've got some really nice trims, and they just, look at them, they just all go together so well. I just love doing this. Nice little trim here I've turned into a belly band with some of that craft card and a journal card in there. And some more journal cards and bright tags. Some of that writing paper, and just I used a couple of little bows as tags or tabs too off the edge, and here's a little ribbon butterfly. That's on tea dyed paper, the Bargello book, and just different bits of writing paper. I mean, you can write on anything in here, even like all this, you can write on all of that as well. Here's another flip up of the vintage sewing pattern with the ladies on it, and this beautiful tea dyed paper. I think that was coffee dyed paper, and it was a vintage doily. It just come out so beautiful. There's the other side of that finger knitting, and then you've got this page, these pages with the numbers on them. They come out of a vintage little address book. A start page, and that bright animal book page, and some wallpaper. And you know, there's plenty of spaces left to make it your own, put more things in. There's another envelope there with one of those cute little book pages. So cute. It's got little poems and things on the back. There's some more of that orange trim, which is pretty cool, and the retro kids books page. There's the other side of that photo album, little tab. And that's the middle of the last signature. It's just another doily with a little piece of the velvet ribbon tied to the strings. You got some more of the playing card, the retro playing card, and bright tags. That's out of a plant book. The kids' book page. I liked all the pictures out of there because they were the big wide-eyed, you know, kids. There's a purse there that I've just made into a little tuck, and it's got a little card in there of a little girl, an envelope. Some more of these bright flowers and trims on the edge, and there's a butterfly, and that's wallpaper. This is just a little wallpaper flip. And I printed on the back of the wallpaper, so it looked pretty as well. And yeah, just different pockets, and the other side of that beautiful coffee dyed paper with this really pretty trim on it. More writing paper, the yellow book. There's a little napkin, printed napkin that I've made into a little, just a side tuck like that, and there's a little bow tab and another crochet envelope, little 70s sticker. That was a start page, and that was a printout of mine. And then in the back there's a pocket just with some vintage little cards and things in it, and it says, "Hey girl, you're amazing." So there's just different sorts of trims, and so that's my 70s junk journal. It's pretty full, but it's so cool. I love it. I just love it. Yeah, it was really enjoyable making this album. So I hope you've enjoyed that flip through. This will get posted off to Tanya, and I've already given her a sneak peek of it, and she's really excited to get it. So I hope she'll enjoy using it. She said she's never had a junk journal before, so yeah, I hope she enjoys it. I know the last one that went, the bug one, I had some good feedback from that. The lady that bought it said her son just kept an eye on all the little ants that were going through the book, and he loved looking through it. So yeah, I get a real buzz out of hearing feedback like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll have another video coming up real soon. Take care, and if you haven't subscribed here, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and all that sort of stuff, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.